Neighborhoods knew the situation of these women.
What we're asking of the government is an urgency plan.
Women's shelter groups are calling on Quebec's new Premier, Christine Frechette, to invest more in expanding shelter capacity following the province's 9th possible femicide of 2026. They warn the situation is critical, saying current government funding only covers less than half of what's needed.
We know it's happening. That's why it's really urgent to actually take the steps to protect these women.
Quebec's latest budget, passed in March, earmarks $21 million over 5 years to strengthen shelter services. But advocates say this is only enough to support 40% of the needs of shelters. And on top of that, no money has been set aside to create new spaces.
It's really hard to have experienced staff that stays in the shelters because of the conditions, because of the salary.
City News reached out to the Premier's office for comment, but did not hear back in time for broadcast. Meanwhile, SOS Violence Conjugale tells City News that just over 5 in 10 women who requested help had to be turned down, and half of those women had to be referred to shelters outside of their communities, sometimes to places that were difficult to access.
They are trying to get out of that abusive relationship, so the problem are not the victims, it's really about the system.
All this following the death of Hiba El Razi, a woman in her 20s living in downtown Montreal who was allegedly murdered by her partner Alexandre Karim Amao Restao. Police say she was found shot here inside a condo on Simpson Street Wednesday afternoon. Her partner has since been charged with manslaughter after being arrested at Montreal Trudeau Airport.
Some neighborhoods knew the situation of these women.
Neighbors now questioning whether she had access to the help she needed.
She has no resource to leave this man or leave the apartment. And now we have a tragedy in the building.
Advocates with Women's Shelters Canada say the shortage of space isn't unique to Quebec. Across the country, shelters are either full or in need of major upgrades.
The infrastructure itself is very old, so there could be flooding or mold issues.
They also say the crisis in affordable housing is also making things worse, slowing turnover and limiting available beds.
It kind of creates a bottleneck effect where new women can't move into shelter because those spaces are not being turned over as much as they are quote unquote supposed to be.
Building new shelters also comes with challenges, including higher costs and competition for land with private developers.
They're competing against organizations that are creating, let's say, one-bedroom homes. The amount of money that can be earned on that is much higher.
Advocates say government support is key to making these projects viable.
It needs to be a priority, and we really need to act now.
Zachary Chung, City News.